Relationships. The number one reason relationships end is because of a lack of communication. Proper communication in a relationship comes from understanding what is necessary from your partner. Selfishness is the biggest reason we don't communicate. Selfishness is the biggest reason relationships end. If you are selfish, you are not ready to be in a relationship. And it's okay. Some people aren't ready to be in a relationship. But have you ever been in a relationship with someone where it was all about them? It was all about their needs, their problems, their insecurities. Well, what if you were able to communicate with someone on such a deep level, form such an amazing sense of trust, create such a strong bond, that no matter what, you almost never fought. You had almost the perfect relationship. And the reason I say almost is because from my understanding, there will always be problems. There will always be things that come up. But you can get much closer to perfect than you think. And it all starts with proper communication. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to communicate properly in 3 easy steps. Number 1, listen. Most people will talk to their partners and their partners will not listen. Have you ever told someone what your problem is and immediately they blame you? They start defending themselves. They feel like they're being attacked. Well, if you're someone who does this, you need to stop that. You need to stop and listen. You have to pay attention to what someone is saying. There's a reason they are upset. And when people feel heard, they immediately become more relaxed. Imagine telling someone your problem and they actually listen and they actually understand. And you work it out and you move on. The reason someone continues to be frustrated, the reason someone picks up their voice is because they feel like they're not being heard. We yell, we speak even louder when we feel we're not being heard or listened to. Just by listening, your communication, your relationships becomes way, way better. That's step number 1. Step number 2, don't get mad. Getting mad is an adolescent behavior. It is something we learn when we're young. Anger and frustration, that is something you learn when you're a kid. Imagine talking to your parents, and every time you do something wrong, they yell at you. They're mad at you. How does that make you feel? Do you want to be around them? No. That creates a toxic environment. And we know that the intention behind being mad comes from being hurt. Hurt people get angry. Hurt people hurt people. The reason you are mad is because you want to inflict the same pain onto them that they have to you. Or at least get them to understand because you're so frustrated that they keep hurting you and it makes you extremely angry. The best way to deal with this emotion in this specific situation, for example, someone cheats on you, someone lies to you, someone betrays you, they don't listen to you, is not to get mad. It's to be very loving, tell them, look, I love when you do this, but if you continue to act in whatever way they're acting, I can no longer be in this relationship. And then walk away. You don't need to get mad. You need to start to love yourself more. You need to start to set boundaries. And when you do that, instead of getting angry, they'll want to be around you. They'll want to be good for you because they'll see that you're coming from a place of love rather than insecurity, anger, and hurt. Step number 3, and this is probably the most important one of all. Constantly communicate. Constantly learn your partner. Things are always changing. And if you just have one conversation, if you just expect this to be the solution after one time, you will never, ever have a perfect relationship. You will never be able to overcome all your problems. There will always be something that comes up. There'll always be someone hitting on your boyfriend or girlfriend. There'll always be a situation that might trigger something inside of you. If you can't communicate through these things, you will not have a better relationship. When you don't communicate, it starts to build up resentment, anger. You want to create revenge. You want to leave. You feel not fulfilled. That's why people cheat, because they're not being fulfilled in a relationship. And how are you going to be fulfilled if you can't communicate your needs to your partner? Oftentimes, the problem with cheating isn't always you. It's the person who's doing the cheating because they can't communicate what they need from you. And if they try to communicate and you're not listening, then oftentimes they will end up cheating or leaving. So, if you're ready to change your life and your relationships, you have to follow these 3 steps. Number 1, listen. Number 2, stop being selfish and understand the other person. Don't be angry. Come from a place of love. Come from a place of maturity. And step number 3, always communicate. If there's something that is not being communicated, you're suppressing it. What gets suppressed gets expressed. So make sure you're expressing what you're going through. You're telling them your emotions. You're explaining how you feel so they can better help you overcome whatever it is that's bothering you. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe below. And if you still want more help in your relationships, you want to take your life to the next level, and you really want to change your life, click the link below, schedule a call with me or one of my coaches, and we're going to show you not only how to take your life from where it's at right now, but how to take it to the next level where you can not only create the most amazing relationships and attract your soulmate over and over and over again, but become the version of you that can feel incredible, that can feel unconditional love for yourself and for others, and almost always feel good. Click that link below, schedule a call, and let's change your life today.